You touched on it prior, right? But can you compare Kyle Dake in 2017 to Kyle Dake in 2021?
He just moves more. I mean, he's always been tactical, but I think that he's specialized and tailored his wrestling to. I don't know if I could say specifically for me, but he moves a lot, right? So he's very disruptive, and that kind of gave me problems at the trials. So I think that very similar wrestler, like very strategic, tactical. Doesn't really shoot a ton, but just moves a lot. Yeah.
Have you guys, I don't know, spoken or interacted? I know you're both here at camp. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we're cordial. I say what's up, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sure. All right, you're like in this transitional phase, right? Out of Nebraska. Where do you live in Nebraska?
Yeah. I'm still in Nebraska. We just sold our house last week, and we're headed back to Philadelphia in July. So we close on our house in July. We'll be in Philly sometime mid-July, and that's like when it's official. Like we're making the transition. So.
Is it like the same situation? You're full-time training there. I know I've heard the term player coach thrown out there.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I think my focus is still to be the best wrestler that I can be. So I'm not making a transition out of wrestling at all. Like my plan is to stay competitive for as long as possible. But I will definitely be thrust into like this leadership role with a lot of younger guys on the team, guys that are trying to establish themselves in the senior circuit. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I wouldn't say player coach. I'd say veteran leader would be a better kind of role for me.
Sure. I guess that was kind of on display today. You're working with Yanni and Vito. Is that something you've done a lot? Like grab younger guys and.
I like to grab the younger guys.
Yeah.
It's fun because you see yourself in them. I was once that guy sitting on the side of the mat trying to rub shoulders with my favorite wrestlers. So I think the ideal situation is for me to kind of be that integral segue for the next generation coming up, right? I kind of ushered in a new generation of champions indirectly just from like winning and wrestling hard and branding and marketing. But I think now is like when I can be a little more vocal in terms of really giving information from every position, whether it's technical, marketing, how to interact with people, sponsorships, having an agent, just like stuff like that. I think being that liaison is a role that I like to play.
Your last world title was the last time it was day before weigh-ins. How challenging was day of?
I haven't won since.
Right. How much of a difference is that for you? Or has that been?
It's been tough. Realistically, it's always been a relatively difficult cut. I think when I was younger, it was easier. And anyone knows, right? As you get older, you get bigger.
Yeah.
Right? You get heavier, and you just don't want to cut weight anymore. It's just like, even if you don't get bigger, you're just over it. You're like, bro, I don't want to miss meals. Like, I'm cooking for my wife. I'm like making food for the kids, packing their lunches. I'm like, and I can't eat any of it. So it's a very difficult position to be in as a 30-year-old with multiple kids and a family at home, being in this over a decade and still having to cut the same amount of weight as you did when you were 21, 22. So I think it's been hard. Really you have to shrink your body. Like, it's not just about the weight cut anymore. You have to become a smaller person to compete at a high level consistently. So I think that this what excites me about going to 79. It's like I get to feel good. I weigh typically around that 175 to 77 weight, and so that kind of puts me right into this good space where I don't have to cut, but I'm still dialed in with my diet, so I feel sharp, I feel lean. But I can lift hard, I can wrestle hard. It'll be good for me. I think my best wrestling is ahead of me at 79.